Okay, here we go. Our asymmetric body cut. So the technique I'll be using, I'll use 3 modular sections, and each module I'll be using 4 sections. So here I begin on the right side of the haircut. I'm elevating the hair at about 30 degrees, comb the hair straight out from the roots to my guideline, and I'm cutting in a square line. Now, through the right side of this haircut, each additional section I'll elevate 10 degrees. So now we're starting to get math into our play. So if the first section I elevated at 30, the second I'll elevate at 40. So using math, when you're increasing your elevation, it reduces your margin of error dramatically. So here, with a super strong intention and an amazing map, so this section is bigger than my finger, so I'll break it in 2, watch my stroke count, 1 to get it clean. This is the final time I'm combing this area, super smooth from roots to guideline, and here I'm elevating, again, 10 degrees higher. So the first section was 30, second was 40, here I'm at a 50-degree angle, and my stroke count, I'm controlling under 2 per divided section. I'm always on my guideline, I'm standing exactly in front of what I'm cutting, and for the fourth and last section, I'm elevating to 60, comb the hair smooth from ends to roots. My elbows, fingers, scissors, body, they're both the asymmetric shape I intend to cut. I'm standing in front of what I'm cutting, and watch how I minimize my stroke count. So even though I'm just hitting one section, it takes me a very short amount of time, but my accuracy is on. Here it's all about intention. I've done this haircut tons of time. I know the little niche secrets, how to perform it. So now, connecting the back, I'll go in and I'll cut an asymmetric shape that goes from longer to shorter. I'll angle my scissors, fingers, elbows to mimic the shape that I intend to create. So at my beginning point of elevation, I just need to match the elevation with my guideline. So again here, just over directing the hair strongly. So through over direction, I'll also be creating graduation. The angle through my finger will also create graduation. And the elevation also creates graduation. So the 3 possible ways of creating graduation, I'm applying them all right here. Okay, so here, our next section. Again, this section is quite large, so I know I'll have to break it into probably 3 to 4 smaller, more manageable areas. Over direct the hair to the same point. So by over directing the hair to the exact same point as the guideline, I'm building up weight, I'm building length, I'm building heaviness. And this heaviness, as it falls to natural fall, will allow my longer side through the left, my A-line side, it'll give it more density and energy to kick that line forward, so I'll get a lot more movement. And when you're cutting round grad in the back, make sure when you're working the right panel, make sure your fingers are up, elbows down, elbows facing the client's shoulder, and move your body so that you're always in front of what you're cutting. Okay, still working in manageable sections. I'll just break this up so I can control it better. And here I went in and I'm just using a little bit less tension just to allow for that cowlick. So again, over directing the hair to the exact same point, standing in front of what you're cutting, so I'm actually over directing into my center chest, into my center of balance. And as I move progressively towards the left, my body will move with me, slightly towards the left. So again, that allows me to be in front of what I'm cutting throughout the back portion of the shape. And make sure you're always combing the hair super clean from roots to ends, because this determines the excellence of your guideline. Okay, final section. So here I'm going with my 107, just to allow for the jumpiness at that crown. Just combing it a little bit smoother. Fingers up, elbows down, elbows intending to finish at the guest's shoulder. Now, when your mind map is clear, you can actually pull off these super challenging technical haircuts you'll still have a level of difficulty, but you're not killing yourself in it because you're not looking at a big picture. The way I do challenging things in life is I'll take baby steps. I'll break them into modules and do one piece at a time and let them connect and you have an end result. Okay, now through the left, this is my longer side. So I'm connecting the longest length through the back, and here I'm elevating slightly and I'm cutting in an A line through the left side area. Next section, I'll tilt her hair. I'll tilt her head so it's easier to control this section. And my elevation is with my fingers. This part of my fingers, the elevation is higher. As I move towards my hand, my elevation drops. So I'm cutting in an A-line shape that also goes from a higher elevation to a lower elevation. But throughout this side panel, I'm over directing the hair to all the exact same point. So again, here I'm building weight, but I still have my graduation through the angle from higher to lower of my fingers. Okay, same technique. Comb the hair super clean. I find that this part is the hardest part. Combing the hair super clean from roots to guideline. Especially the longer the hair is, the more challenging it is to control it, because gravity has effect of the wet hair that we're combing out. It wants to pull it down. So for me, my most challenging part is actually my stroking. Okay, final section. I'll jump over to the wide side of my 107 for a bit less tension, and then here I'll go back with a tighter teeth and just smooth it out. Light on tension, connecting the front area. Remember, through this portion, my fingers are going from up to down. I'm cutting a graduated line in through there, over directly to the same point. Okay, so my longer side is finished. Okay, so now I'll jump into the finish. So here you see I'm using a round brush, which should be a big no-no, right? And if you're looking the way I was taught. But if you use a sufficient amount of tension and you don't go for a poofy at the roots and not too much of a counterfeit bevel, you'll be okay. So now I'm just going through, texturizing and refining my shape. Just want to get a nice, clean lightness. And there you go. Enjoy.